Expansion. Task 1. Listen and follow the instructions in your books.
Was a computer always a computer? What we think of as a computer started out as a device known as an abacus. The abacus was invented in Babylonia around 300 BCE. For hundreds of years, the abacus was the main tool for counting. Much later, in 1642, Blaise Pascal invented the first true calculator. It did not run on electricity. It could add numbers by turning gears. About 30 years later, in 1673, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz created a calculator that could add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It also used gears and wheels. More than 100 years passed. Then, in 1801, Joseph Marie Jacquard invented a punch card for weaving cloth. The holes in the cards created a code that made sure that the threads went through in the right order. This system of codes would eventually be used in modern computers. Not many years later, in 1833, Charles Babbage began designing a very basic computer that would use punch cards. Babbage thought of many of the parts of the modern computer, and today he is known as the father of the computer. In the late 1880s, Herman Hollerith invented a calculating machine that counted and sorted information with punch cards. A critical moment was now coming up. In the 1940s, computers were huge machines that used vacuum tubes. From this point on, computer technology grew very quickly. Throughout the 1950s, computers became faster and ran on silicon chips. In the 1960s, computers became more affordable and small enough to fit in a home. The 1980s saw the beginning of the computers like those we use today. Since the 1980s, computers have become even faster, smaller, and more powerful, and today they are an important part of our world.